am going to be doing part 2 of my Decatur Book Festival video, and if you don't know what this is, I went to the Decatur Book Festival. It's hosted in Atlanta, and it's a really great book festival that's completely free, and there's a lot of really wonderful authors that come and a lot of different great panels on race, gender, and all different topics of books. So it's a really great festival. And my previous video, I talked about some of the panels that I attended as well as some of the books that I got signed. So today I'm just gonna run through all of the books that I purchased. So let's get started. So I'm first gonna talk about the nonfiction books because those are the types of books that I bought the most of this time. I've been on a nonfiction kick and I've been loving learning about a lot of new things. So I bought a lot of nonfiction books this time. So the first one that I purchased was Empress, The Astonishing Reign of Nur Jahan, and I talked a little bit about this book because I attended a panel by Ruby Law, and she kind of discussed why she wrote it, her different process for writing it, and a little more information on Nur Jahan. This covers the life story of Nur Jahan, who was the empress during the Mughal Empire, and she had a lot of control and rule during that period, and I just really found this book to be something I would be interested in because I recently read Cleopatra by Stacey Schiff, and I know that I've been really interested in learning about female rulers, so I knew this was going to be something I would love, so I'm glad that I got to attend the panel. I also got this book signed, and I cannot wait to start reading it. The next book that I purchased was The Land Between Two Rivers, Writing in an Age of Refugees by Tom Slay, and I actually talked about this book in I was doing a series towards the beginning of the year where I was talking about new releases that I was excited about, and this was on my list for new releases, and when I saw this being sold, I had to pick it up. So I'm super excited to check this one out. It's basically just about the refugee crisis, and Tom Slay is a journalist, so it recounts his experiences with refugees and all of that, so I'm super excited to check this out. It sounds like it's going to be really amazing. So there were a lot of local booksellers there, and one of the booksellers was the Emory Barnes & Noble bookstore, so a lot of the books that they were selling were from professors and faculty at Emory. So this book is Dinosaurs Without Bones. It's written by an Emory University paleontologist. It's talking about how they were able to discover so much about dinosaurs by using their bones and the traces that they left behind. So I recently read The Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs. I have been wanting to expand my knowledge, and I thought this would be another great place to start. I also picked up Are We Smart Enough to Know How Smart Animals Are by Franz D. Wall. And I didn't realize that he was an Emory University professor in the psychology department. I've always wanted to pick up this book, but just never made a point to purchase it. And when I saw that it was there, I had to pick it up. So this is about basically how we can tell how smart animals are and if we have the means to be able to assume how smart animals are, and I'm super excited to read this as well. I've been picking up a lot of books about animal intelligence. I am curious to start reading them, so I'm not sure if I'm going to start with this one. I also have The Other Mind, which is another book that kind of focuses on octopuses and how intelligent they are, but I'm not sure which one I want to start with, but I'm really glad I have this in my collection now. Another bookseller that was there was Karis Books, and they're a feminist bookstore in Atlanta. I also picked up Unapologetic, A Black Queer and Feminist Mandate for Radical Movements by Charlie Carthers, and she's actually going to be at Karis Bookstore in I think a couple of days, so I want to try to read this before I go, but I'm super excited about this. It just really grabbed my attention. I just finished reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to Black People About Race, and I really enjoyed the chapter that she talked about race and feminism, so I'm interested to get more perspectives of that, and especially from other perspectives as well as the queer in community, so I'm super excited about this one. And the last book that I got in the nonfiction section was The Truth About Animals, Stone Sloths, Lovelorn Hippos, and Other Tales from the Wild Side of Wildlife by Lucy Cook. And this is basically kind of delving into animals, looking at how animals really work, and we personify animals a lot in the media and in our own personal world, so this is kind of taking a look at how animals truly are, and I think it's going to be a great companion to Are We Smart Enough to Know How Smart Animals Are? So when I saw this one, I purchased this one first, and then when I saw this one I was like, I can't say no. I have to get both of them, so that's what ended up happening. So now let's go into the fiction books that I got. So I talked a little bit about me purchasing Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I know in a previous review I didn't really enjoy The Darker Shade of Magic, but after listening to her panel, I've kind of grown more appreciation for V.E. Schwab, so I wanted to check out another series that she's currently writing and see if I enjoy this one a little bit better. I do plan on finishing the Darker Shade of Magic series as well. I also purchased Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany Jackson. She's actually going to be at another book festival in Greenville, South Carolina that I want to go to, and they had her book. This is a very interesting book. I'm going to be probably reviewing it, but it's basically about a girl who's best friends with this other girl at school, and on Monday her friend doesn't show up. The next day she's not there either, and she's very curious about why this is happening, and no one seems to notice or remember her best friend. So I'm interested to see what this book is all about, and I'm probably going to be doing a review on it, but I definitely want to read this one before I go and meet Tiffany Jackson at the Greenville Book Festival. The last book that I purchased was The Book of Harlan by Bernice McFadden, and this is a book about a African-American musician living in Harlem, and he gets an opportunity to go to Paris and perform. It's about his life, but also about his account of going to Paris, and I am super excited about this. I've heard a lot of people on BookTube talk about this book, and when I saw it, I was like, I have to have this book. So those are all of the books that I picked up. There's probably a total of like 2, 3, there's like 9 books that I ended up purchasing, so it's quite a bit, and it's definitely going against my TBR book challenge rules, but it's all went for a good cause, so I couldn't resist picking up a few books. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if any of these titles sound interesting to you, or if you have any preferences on which ones I should reread and review first. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys very soon with my August wrap-up and TBR challenge video, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks again for watching.